This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Yes, the Apple Watch Ultra could be priced a little bit better, and I think I found a couple of issues with it that's making me feel a little bit nervous right now. And if you're more of a Garmin user who may be toying with the idea of getting this watch, I have some interesting thoughts for you. But honestly, for me, this watch has been worth every penny. I'm Alex, and I do down-to-earth tech videos. And no, I don't climb mountains and I don't do scuba diving, or I'm not an elite athlete. So if you're looking for a scuba diving test, I'm sorry, but I'm just a regular dad here, just having fun with my gadgets. I know Apple targeted this at elite athletes and hardcore people going crazy on mountains and things like that, but they knew damn well, right, what they were doing to people like me who just love a new gadget. By making this watch sound like it was, not for normal people, made me want it even more, which I'm sure was their marketing strategy anyway. I just totally fell for that. But unlike other products in recent times from Apple, I do not regret buying this one, not one single bit. It's not perfect though, there are some issues that I have to share with you, but after 4 months, it's been an interesting journey. And I'm not gonna lie, I was very apprehensive buying this. It's a lot of money, and the Apple Watch Ultra is a big watch. My wrist is just about on the medium size, 19 centimeters, but when I first tested it and started to use it, it didn't make me feel like it was too big. Now that I've been using this watch every single day since September last year, I found that there are a couple of software issues that not many people talk about. But before we go into that, let's just appreciate a few seconds here of this beautiful design. This large sapphire display takes this watch to a whole new level. Not only is it amazing against scratches, the sheer size and responsiveness of this display make the standard Apple Watch apps just much more useful now. I'm not just saying this to justify the large investment that I made, but this seriously brings the watch apps to life, in a way that really surprised me. I've used the standard Apple Watch for many years, but really didn't make much use of the apps because they were kind of too small for me to be useful and quite fiddly to use. So my Series 5, which is what I had previously, was mainly being used to tell the time, of course, track my exercise every now and then, and as a notifications device. Especially if you have sausage fingers like me, the smaller Apple Watch is just quite fiddly to use, Let's head back to the studio, I'm freezing here. With the Ultra, this is completely different. Typing on it would still be a push, I think. Though I did find a neat little app that gives you a full keyboard instead of the tiny one from Apple. But let's not get overexcited here. It kind of gets you out of jail if you have to type something quickly, but it's just not going to replace your phone for typing. But the apps in general are much better to use now. By the way, if you want to know more about better exercise tracking apps, or maybe you're a Garmin user who might be considering this Watch Ultra but you're not too sure, I have some great news for you. But before that, let's talk about using this watch as a phone. One of the things that really impressed me almost from day one was the call quality on this watch. Hello, mate.
Hey man, can you double check that copy I sent you and upload it to your new website?
Oh, sure thing, no problem at all.
Great, thank you. I was also thinking, can you change the look and feel a little bit of the page? I'm a little bit bored with that look.
Yeah, sure, I'll do it straight away.
That's going to take a few days, isn't it, to get ready?
Days? No, it'll be ready in the next 5-10 minutes.
All right, how's that possible?
Well, remember, I use Squarespace for my website. It updates very quickly. Take a look at this thing, I'm just going to send you now. This looks so professional. Wow, doesn't it just?
I've been looking for something like this for my own website,
Oh, you're in for a treat. With Squarespace, you can actually pick from all these different templates as well. Squarespace, yeah, I've heard of them. You know that part of your business that you wanted to advertise as a service?
Yeah, that's exactly what I need.
No problem.
Oh man, that's amazing. You created this all yourself?
Oh, they're very easy to use as well. You don't need to be a website developer or have any experience at all in coding or anything like that. Oh, this is perfect. Dude, like I said, I had no experience at all in coding or anything like that. Squarespace made it really friendly to create a new website. Anyone can do it. I could literally be anywhere in the world right now doing this.
Yeah.
There's so many features as well that I haven't even started to use. There's analytics, there's the ability to sell products as well, so I might start using that to sell my merch. You can integrate with payment systems like PayPal. You can literally get started in a few minutes. Exactly what I've been looking for. Well, wait until you hear this. If you use my code ALEXGTECH, they'll give you a 10% discount when you buy your first domain or when you build your first website.
Thanks man, I appreciate that. By the way, is that your Apple Watch Ultra that you're using to call me? Really decent quality.
It's awesome, isn't it?
Oh, I might take it easy.
That was a pretty smooth ad read, wasn't it? Anyway, I thought you'd appreciate me testing the call quality and making the ad read a bit more entertaining. There is a small issue making phone calls though that I haven't seen many people talk about. It will absolutely cane the battery. Just be aware, making a phone call on the Watch Ultra is possible, is a lot more doable now, it's not just a gimmick, You know, the multi-array microphones here, and there's this AI wind noise reduction, makes the whole experience and call quality very close, if not identical, to a real phone. But I'd say this is for more like short calls, or maybe just out for a run like this and you don't want to take the phone with you. Now you can totally rely on this, but again, short calls. Right, as I mentioned, there are a couple of issues with this watch. The first one is the price and the quality of these watch bands. I don't mind the fact that it gets dirty after a couple of weeks. And as you can see here, mine is really dirty. I left it like this just to show you, because at the end of the day, people will be using this quite a lot, right? Getting sweat and mud and all sorts of, but it does wash up really easily with just a bit of warm water and soap, no problem at all. Is it worth $100 or £100 here in the UK? I don't know. What are we paying for here, right? I mean, it's just material. To give you an idea, this one costs $16 and this one from Apple cost $100. You can see Tim here clearly fully clued up on the whole process of his sweatshops in Asia. Sorry, in his production lines in Asia. On a serious note, $100 does feel a bit much for what it is. So I bought two. Well, to be honest, that's more because I run this channel and I want to review them more than anything else. I am actually quite happy with this Alpine loop. I've tried quite a few third-party watch bands as well. I actually like the old Milanese loop. I think that's probably one of the best ones that I've got. And it's funny that initially I felt it would be quite tricky to wear this watch with smart clothing, but actually that's not a problem at all. Again, you could make the watch face a bit more subdued, or even one like this one, which is a bit more premium as well. I'll leave links to this down below for you. By the way, I'm working really hard to grow this channel here and bringing interesting videos for you, getting good scenery as well for you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Every interaction counts here. The more I can grow this channel, the better content I'll be able to bring to you. And just take a look around this channel if it's your first time here. And if you like my stuff, it would be awesome if you subscribed. What do you get with that? Well, I'm here at least once a week with a new down-to-earth tech video for you. And not just Apple stuff, by the way, so if you like your gadgets, you'll be in good company here. The second issue with the Apple Watch Ultra that I found is to do with the built-in exercise tracking. This is a serious one for me. Now, I don't claim to be a professional athlete or anything like that, but when I do use the watch for exercising, I feel like the standard Apple exercise app here is still very basic. It hasn't really changed a lot since the first watch. We're getting more data now, of course, because there's more sensors. I have the exact same issue with sleep tracking, for example, which I will cover in a bit. But going back to exercising, I kind of see why some people might still prefer the Garmin series, for example, because of the richer data that you can get there. But luckily there are third-party apps out there, and I found this amazing app called ALEXGTECH, for example. There's a couple of others here which I'll mention in a bit, but this one does require a subscription to use some of the pro features. Another great app you should check out is WorkOutdoors. I have this on my watch and I've used it for a long time before, but I've been so happy with ALEXGTECH that I don't use WorkOutdoors anymore. The great thing about the WorkOutdoors app is the map though. And this is where Garmin users, you're gonna tell me that that's already built in the Garmin, but hear me out. The map on this app is pretty freaking amazing. Just look at all these customizations that you can do on the app via your phone. Each and every element of the screen is customizable. You can even download the map for offline use. It's just awesome. But it's just annoying, right, that Apple themselves are not including these features, especially when you pay for Fitness Plus, for example. It's already a subscription that you pay. I really think that is an opportunity missed by Apple. And as I mentioned, I have the same problem with sleep tracking. Ergonomically speaking, this watch is actually great to sleep with. I'd say I sleep with it on about 5 days a week. But the data it gives me and the features of the built-in app, again, is just not good enough. So I've been using Sleep Cycle, which is great, allows me to add a lot more data to it. It does everything that I need to do and is actually really helping me. We're going to talk about battery performance now, but before we go into that, I did a whole video about the best apps for the Watch Ultra, so I won't go into a lot of detail here in this video, but I encourage you to take a look at that video after this, because some of these apps have really been brought to life now because of this beautiful display. And that video is actually one of the most popular videos on this channel, like ever, so definitely watch that. Just to close the loop on Apple Watch apps, I honestly just wish we didn't have to pay for third-party apps when Apple themselves could really just give us these features, right? I'm not talking about every single app, but certainly the ones like exercise tracking and sleep tracking, or maybe they could just buy those companies, right? Right, battery performance. It's been amazing for me up until recently. I don't know what happened in the last 2-3 weeks, but I noticed that I'm getting like a whole day's worth less of battery. I haven't been able to figure out what is causing this yet, and when I ask a couple of my friends that I know have the same watch, they haven't experienced this. So it's clearly something that I've got here or something that I'm doing differently. Annoyingly, there is no easy way for me to find out what apps or services are consuming the battery. If I do figure this out, I'll make sure to do a short video on this, but if you have this watch yourself and you know what might be causing this problem, Please do let me know in the comments. I'm kind of running out of ideas here. I really think this is weird though, because I'm actually less active right now, so the watch is not as busy as it was when I first got it. So if anything, the battery should be lasting longer now. It is lasting 2 full days now, but it used to last like 3 days and sometimes 3.5 days without issues, even when I was more active with my exercising. This is not a timepiece like a Rolex or something like that, right, that you could pass on to generations to come, but it is certainly a memorable watch. I'd love to see Apple expand on this design and maybe bring this design and this look and feel to the next Apple Watch series. I think this design would sell really well if Apple made it smaller. At this size, even though it's not as big as I initially thought it would be, it can still be too big for some people. If you're on the fence though, I'd say go to an Apple store and try it on yourself, because in a few seconds you'll tell whether it's too big or not for you. YouTube thinks you're gonna like this video over here. I hope they're right. If not, this playlist I've done here has lots of goodies for you. See you soon.
I tried peeking through the cracks.